This chapter was brought to you by Metallic Dice Games, your source for premium-looking gaming dice, and not just in metal, in gemstone and plastic as well. Get 10% off dice and dice accessories on metallicdicegames.com with our code TRIALS10. Also, if you've enjoyed the camp energy so far, we want to let you know that we've opened pre-orders for your very own Camp Daybreak t-shirt on our website, trebmerch.com, starting today and running until November 7th at midnight. Make sure you run over and get one, campers. Reader, beware. Are you prepared for guts and gore, the likes of which you've never seen? Does the sight of slaughtered children, gruesome dismemberments, and buckets of blood make your heart race with excitement? Dive into these pages and let your darkest desires come alive. Lock your doors, check under your bed, and get ready for a summer you'll never forget. Chapter 5, Bury the Dead. We see the four counselors, an oil lamp lit between the four of them, casting their shadows on the stone walls of this mine, as you all descend into this tunnel system. You come to many crisscrosses, although any peeking through with the lamps into them will reveal them to be incomplete off shafts of this main entrance, and eventually you come to a large, more open than these, the simple squared kind of hallway with the wooden struts. It seems that there is a makeshift break room or something, or maybe a bunk room that's built down here for people that need to are working really long shifts or something of the sort, or have like a break between shifts. It's necessity built this little bunkhouse down here. And then on the other side is like a set of stairs that continues down further into the mine in this large, expansive room that you have entered. You can hear dripping coming from it, but yeah, there's a mined out staircase that leads down, and then a bunkhouse door to your left. And you can hear drip, 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 drip from elsewhere in the cavern. There's like this stale air that permeates. Dust is suspended in the air down here, so your lantern like illuminates quite a vast distance. What are the four of you doing?
I don't know if there's any point in really searching like the side like sleeping quarters or anything like that. I wonder if we can sort of follow where the drip dropping is going or coming from.
Because they were probably under the water there.
So in that case, Elise, you can lead the way, stepping click, clack, click, clack down the stairs. Your shoes make a loud echoing sound in this big cavern. The rest of you follow closely huddled together. Your lantern lights the area immediately around you, but the size of this cavern means that off in the far reaches, there's tall shadows that you do not know what could be hiding there, if anything, but your mind is definitely playing tricks on you. Anytime the light flickers, you might flinch in fear that something is going to reach out and grab you, especially you, Ash, like just that like throbbing around your neck where Jessup almost like just crushed it completely. It's very painful. Mm-hmm. You all walk forwards. You see many shafts leading off from this main one. You see kind of rusted and partially torn up tracks leading off into these off tunnels and such things. Big steel bins filled with what looks like coal, what looks like some ores, just stone. None of you are miners, so this is...
I'm pretty sure we're 16 and 17, so...
I'm 19, though, so I'm not, so I don't know what the fuck anything
Zoe,
is.
You're not a miner, so this means nothing to you. For the rest of you, no. But you're not familiar with how mines operate and what these things could be. It doesn't really matter either. But before you, as you further creep inch by inch into this expansive chasm, you come to what looks like a partially collapsed kind of elevator or lift that has like steel cables and beams going down into a chasm into the ground. There's like a control box up here. The panel is like pulled away and wires and circuitry inside is exposed.
If you take a peek, what? So it goes down, right?
It goes down. Yeah.
And how? In what way is it broken?
It seems as though one of the cables has just rusted and fallen apart. That is like a guiding cable and might actually be load bearing potentially. And then you're uncertain of like, this seems very old. The mine operated and closed in 58, so 40 years ago. So you're uncertain if the electronics have lasted the test of time either, Callie. But you could inspect that if you would like. I would allow you to make a tinker roll to find out exactly what is wrong with this thing.
So that is a 6.
I hope you get one.
2 successes.
Nice.
For Tinker.
In that case, this lift is broken. Seems to have been an ore lift of sorts, something that could lift incredibly heavy loads up and down. Looking over the edge to just get a quick assessment of this thing, it looks like it goes maybe 200 feet straight down. You can just see the darkness and suspended like dust in the air as you look over the edge. It might give you a bit of vertigo for a second as you just get bearings. The actual elevator itself, I think you would be reasonably confident, Callie, that you would be able to fix it, provided you can somehow refasten that cable. And you would have to do a like program roll on this like control panel.
Okay. The elevator can bring us down by an extra 200 feet. If anyone can try and help me fasten this rope in, I think that I can fix it and we can go down there if we're all interested.
Okay. It's a shame that thing can fly. I mean, if we could lure it just down the mine shaft, that probably could have killed it.
I'll try and help as much as I can. I don't know how much help I'll be, but I'll do my
I
best.
don't really know much about a lot of stuff, so like, give me the word and I'll do something.
You're really smart, Callie. So I trust you.
Okay. What do you guys want to do to fix this thing? If that is in fact what you want to do.
If there's any heavy lifting that has to be done, like moving things to the right places, that kind of stuff, I can do that.
If there's anything that might need holding or like an extra pair of eyes to check out, I can do that.
I can keep watch while people are checking, like because I still have my hatchet, so I can stand just while people's backs are turned and while they're distracted, and just serve as lookout.
So either your options are to find a replacement like metal cable for this lift, or to somehow mend the one that is there and broken already.
Well, given that there are no additional metal...
None in this room that you can see, no. Or, Callie, you can try to just fix the actual operations panel as best as you can and hope that the other 3 cables can hold you guys.
I mean, it's a little bit rusty, but if I think I can manage to fix this. I think we can go down there, or if, like you brought up that maybe we can lure the thing in here, I don't think it would matter if the rope can load bear, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big drop here. That thing that's attacking us does have wings, but if we can take those out, maybe it'll just fall to its death. I don't know. All this tech stuff is really more in your wheelhouse, to be honest.
I mean, like, when I saw it earlier, like, it has, like, those big, like bat-like wings, you know? Maybe if we can, like rip the skin, it can't, like, really generate wind to fly. I think those are the right words.
It seems to definitely not like being on the ground as much as possible. So if we do take out its wings, it may be rendered a little bit more inhibited in what it can and can't do to us.
That's an option.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do now? You still hear the dripping down here. There's shadows all around. It's up to you guys. Balls in
Is
your
the
court.
dripping coming from down there, or?
No, it seems to be coming from like the ceiling of the cave here. Like if you wanted to go, do you want to go and pinpoint the source of where it's dripping? Because it sounds like it's pretty localized.
I mean, if I recall, it wasn't me who heard it. It was someone else. So
you can all hear the dripping.
Oh no, but I'm talking about like earlier when Baron fell.
That was something I was thinking of, like, where we are on the map, for instance. Like, are we now underneath where that hole was, sort of thing?
It's difficult to know. You can go try to pinpoint the location of the dripping if you want.
We could do that in the meantime.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe Baron's still alive and maybe he's just stuck down here. That, like, the best outcome of that would be he's still alive but just injured.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still want to check out the lift, Callie, or do you want to join us and check that stuff out? See where the dripping's coming from?
You guys can go check that out and I can fix it while I can come with you as I'll fix this.
Okay.
Okay, but if you're gonna stay here by yourself, I'm gonna stay here with you just so that you're not alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, let's check out some dripping,
Elise
Zoe.
and Callie
Yeah.
stay. Zoe and Ash wander off further into this large cavern. As they leave you two, the light fades slightly. You can still see the amber kind of haze over around where the other two girls are, but around the two of you, it's dim if lit whatsoever. The dust in the air is heavy. Zoe and Ash, you both walk further into this large tunnel away from that lift, past it. You listen intently, stopping every now and then to hear drip, drop, drip, and keep walking forwards. You come to a very circular tunnel at the far end of this big room. It narrows quite substantially. It would be a single file entry here. You hear the dripping coming from further in there.
Here, I'll go first, and I will squeeze my way towards this entry.
Of course. Zoe?
I know it's narrow, but is it like how tall is, like, could I still like lift up the lantern a bit to like still give?
You could hold it in front of you, but not above you, no.
Okay. I think in that case I would pass the lantern to Ash because that way she'll be able to like see in front of her better, because
Of
otherwise
course.
it would just be blocking. So
Of course. The two of you carry on walking into this tunnel in pursuit of this drip. As you walk, you feel a wetness underfoot. With the light of the lamp, it's very easy to ascertain that this is water. And as you follow the zigs and zags of this tunnel you find yourself in, you come upon a skeleton on the ground.
Oh!
There's a discarded rusty pickaxe next to it. The dribbling of water is coming in through like just at the roof of the tunnel.
Okay. This
Drop.
is has happened to someone here before. All right. Okay. Is the dripping of the water coming from like a large source, or is it just like a small trickle?
It's a very small trickle right now. Yes. Just drip.
I'm going to just go over there and put my hand on it to stop it for a second. I do not like water, and the sound of this trickling is just, I can't think. So I'm just blocking it with my hand.
Of course.
I think I'm going to like, I don't know, like it's just a skeleton, like
Crouch
besides
down.
yeah, like besides the pickaxe, like is there anything else, like did it had
Make
like
an investigate roll for me.
yeah, like clothes, like
It
it
is
had a
wearing
helmet
clothes.
and stuff.
Yeah. It's wearing clothes. It seems to be like a pair of almost molded away overalls, miner's overalls, just navy blue.
One
success?
Yeah.
Ooh, perfect. There is a buttoned like breast pocket. You see that there's something in there. It's very noticeable on like the relative mass of the skeleton that there is something creating a bulge in this pocket.
is it number one, is it moving?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna take it out.
Okay, you unbutton it, and Ash, you look down. Your finger's still kind of plugging this hole to the best of your ability. It's more that you have to put your hand on it because the dribble, it's still coming in, but it's just not dripping down anymore. It's just running along your arm. It is freezing cold. Zoe, you kneel down, unbutton this pocket, and pull out what looks like a tape recorder.
Oh shit.
There's a bit of rust and corrosion on it, so someone might have to fuck with it a little bit to get it working, because you hit the play button like 2 or 3 times and it won't play.
Oh, we should bring this back to Callie.
100%.
She
is
knows about
tech.
this shit.
You also, with your success, as you sit here for a bit longer, you look at it. You thought that was rust on there. It might be dried blood. And you look down at the skeleton as well. Around the hems, like the arms, there is also these like rust-colored stains.
Is the skeleton, like, are any of the bones broken in any way, just looking down at it? Like, is there anything that indicated, I imagine that the flesh has all rotted away, but anything that indicated specifically how this person died? You mentioned that there was, like, the axe type thing. Was it, like, this was what they used to defend themselves, or was this what killed them?
Or is this what they use to kill other people?
Looking down at the body, very quickly, Ash, no broken bones, no.
Okay.
So I know that there was a whole thing about like but wait, was it a mining incident or a mining massacre that happened? Because I think
A bunch of people died in the mines. I guess that's what that memorial said, 18 of them. Yeah, we should get this back to Callie. I don't want to leave those two alone for too long.
yeah.
Of course.
They're both little twigs.
Callie and Elise, you are in the darkness now, almost entirely. Your eyes have acclimated to that lamplight, and so the loss of it as the two others go into that tunnel is notable for the two of you. Callie, are you trying to reprogram or in some way fix this lift control?
Yes.
Okay. You would be taking a -1 to do so. Actually, you'd
Okay.
be taking a -2 to do so because of the darkness.
Okay. So that would
And
be...
Elise, you're keeping watch.
I'll keep an ear out.
which skill will you want it?
That would be program, please, Callie.
Okay, so that's 7 minus 4. 3 dice.
Elise, you keep an ear out? Yeah, you still hear that drip, drop, drip, drop.
No success.
No success.
No.
You see Callie cross a couple wires. Callie, this is old technology. This is well before your time. This stuff was probably built in the 40s. You have no idea what is going on here. As much as your mechanical mind is capable, it is not capable of this. Elise, you hear flip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop, seemingly getting louder. That's crazy. That's strange. Then you both feel like a drop, maybe on your forehead, maybe on your shoulder, from up right above you. And if you were to look up slowly, terrified in the darkness, you would see just barely high above you on the ceiling of this cave, the glint of two little eyes. Right before something drops upon you, specifically Callie. Something drops onto you. You hear a massive thud. As you failed, you will take injured as this thing drops on you. You feel it has very cold hands, very cold, very wet hands, and it is trying to wring your neck.
Upon hearing the commotion, I'm going to spring into action with my hammer and attempt to smack
it. Give me a
at the
force.
shadow.
Take -2 because of the darkness.
I can only roll 1.
That get it then.
I can only roll 1. Not good. I'm going to have to force.
Okay. What do you do to force the roll?
How
How do you try when you have already failed? You swing the hammer, it dodges, you see it wringing its hands. You can barely make out. It has a dark red shirt on. It is covered in something, and it is just twisting its hands around Callie's neck. It looks like it's going to break her neck.
I missed, and I'm going to try and, forcing it, swing again at its legs.
Okay, go ahead. Come on.
Good. No dice.
No dice. You miss completely. You swing the hammer and have to lean in slightly. You miss, and it just swings a hand out. It seems random, and just swipes across your neck. Also take the injured tag. So both of you are now injured. Do you want to scream out for anything as Callie is getting strangled on the ground?
Let's see. Injured is a condition, correct?
Yes, it is.
-1
Did
safety.
you just
bonus.
take every single condition?
I have all 4, so if I get one more condition,
Okay.
then
No, you are broken now. So let's pause what I just said, actually, for a moment. You swing the hammer at it. It will lash out with its claws back at you. How many scars do you have now?
I have. This would be my second.
This would be your second.
Yeah.
So please roll a d6. You need a 2 or above.
Okay, that's a 5.
So in this case, instead of it slashing out at your neck, it just puts a hand straight out, and you feel its fingers just shoot into your shoulder, like right in front of your shoulder, next to your like underneath your armpit almost, and you feel its fingers dig in 2-3 inches, almost threatening to poke through your entire shoulder, and then it pulls them back out. Do you let out a scream or something? Or Callie, you can also breathe in this single moment.
I'm gonna scream.
What do you guys? Okay.
Help!
Hearing this from far, I think that I'm going to start bolting.
I'm right behind her.
Absolutely. Zoe, make a move roll because I think you're better at this.
Sure.
And also, you're in the back.
I only got one.
Do you want to check a shame or a scar or something? Because you need more than one to succeed.
Okay. Okay, let's go with shame. Because of everything happening with her parents,
Academic scholarship.
Yeah, academic scholarship's going down. It kind of feels like in this moment that scholarship is going to disappear, and like, what am I gonna do? Like, everything is kind of falling apart in this moment.
Yeah.
And it's suddenly this feeling of like, I have so many people depending on me outside of here, and I can't afford to lose people that I care about right now.
Okay. You sprint out of this tunnel, Zoe. Ash, you are right on her heels, holding this lamp aloft. The light is wiggling back and forth. You can hear the oil inside slishing back and forth. You worry for a second if it's going to all fall out and start burning your hand. You have no idea. But it does not. Zoe, you come upon this scene. You see a bloodied young camper wearing a stained yellow shirt and a pair of jean shorts with a big gash in his neck. You see Baron, this kid who scared you, Elise, earlier. You see him with his fingers stuck in Elise's shoulder and hand around Callie's neck. And as you move, you just bowl him over. You tackle him to the ground so he is no longer choking Callie or stabbing Elise in her shoulder. He falls to the ground and lets out a very pained sound like an animal might, and is covering his eyes from the light that you are holding, Ash. What do you guys do?
We're right by this mine shaft, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Can I try to kick this guy down the shaft?
Absolutely, make a force. Do you want to try to hit him with the lamp even?
Not gonna hit him with the lamp because that could ignite something, but I am going to just kick with my boots.
Absolutely, make a force.
Okay, body is 5, force is 1, so that is 6, minus my 2 conditions is 4. No 6s.
Okay. Do you want to check a scar?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
One of my scars is I almost drowned at the lake last time I came here, and now I'm terrified of water. I just had my hand is like soaking wet. It's dripping. Suddenly, this is just not one of my fears anymore.
Yes.
We're with something much bigger, and I feel like I'm just able to overcome this in the moment.
You just kick the hell out of this kid, this 13-year-old kid. He has blood streaming out of his neck. A terrible wound that you can't get a quick read on it. He's moving pretty quick. Ash, you try to kick at him once and he just rolls out of the way even closer to the mine shaft, and you think, this fucking idiot, I fucking hate this place, and you just boot him in the forehead and he goes falling back. You hear him let out, no! Again as he falls back. 1 second, 2 second, and then you hear a crack against the floor down 200 feet below.
Oh.
Elise, you are fallen over in pain. You are broken in this moment.
Zoe is going over to Elise and is taking her flannel to kind of like, because like she sees like her shoulders, like
the wound
there, and she's like using like her like flannel, like ripping like a sleeve off to like wrap around to where she's injured, and like trying to like help her like Elise sit up, and she's like trying to talk like, Elise, are you okay? Can you hear me?
I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop it.
Hey, it's okay. It's gone now.
Zoe, you can make a lead roll for me if you want to try to heal Elise of scared or exhausted, just so that she's no longer broken.
Okay. That one is heart, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep.
That's heart. Yes.
Okay. Sweet. Heart is like my also really big one. Oh my god. I got
A great turn of luck.
3 6s.
Whew. So you can heal either scared or exhausted for Elise. Your choice.
I think in this case, scared would be the one that we want to get rid of.
You just like talk her down. You can also buy, as a bonus effect, you can heal an additional condition, or you can heal one of your own conditions in this moment. And since you rolled 3, you can do any combination.
Oh shit! Okay.
So you could heal 2 of Elise's conditions, or you can heal 2 of your own conditions, whatever you want.
I only have 1 condition, so I think I'm going to heal 2 of Elise's.
You wrap this flannel around her shoulder as tightly as you can. You had first aid training some time in the past.
Counselor, you have to.
The first year you were a counselor, you had it comes back to you, flooding into your brain. You wrap this as tightly as you can around her shoulder and just like make a bit of a sling, and then you can soothe her. What do you say to her to soothe her her terrified nature and her upsetness?
I rest her head like on my shoulder, and I'm just like rubbing her back. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, it's gone. I know you tried so hard. You did so well. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna make everything's gonna be okay. You did everything you could at that moment. I'm so proud of you. You did so well.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so sorry, Elise. I made you stay.
No, it's not your fault. I chose to stay. I needed to make sure you were gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You saw who that was, right?
That was Baron. Or what was?
If that's the case, then there's more than two things that we have to fight off. There's Baron and there's and there's Nyla. If it kills more people, there'll be more murderers.
Yeah, we got to make sure this doesn't get any of us and know who to watch out for. Callie.
Yeah.
I think we might have found something that might give us a little bit of information.
Okay.
Can you fix a tape recorder?
Give it to me.
Are you going to do this right here, or are you going to find somewhere safer? There's that bunkhouse back up the stairs that has a door that will lock if you guys want to go up there, if that feels safer.
Yeah.
I don't really feel safe in here. Like, it's too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's head back up. We can lock the doors. We can work on it there. Okay.
Zoe, you help Elise to her feet and like wrap an arm around your shoulder and,
All right.
and bring her over. Ash, you hold the lamp high and are on very high alert for any drip drop noises. And Callie, you can hold this tape recorder and scuttle along with them. You guys walk up to this bunkhouse. You can open the door. Inside are 6 kind of like molded, decomposing old mattresses. You can slam this heavy wooden door and lock it firmly. It goes click very securely. There's no windows here. You are safe. Zoe, you can help Elise onto a bed and then maybe sit down yourself. Callie and Ash, you can also sit down here as well. You can probably set the lamp on a big wooden crate, and if you wanted to look around the rest of the room, it looks like there was a horrible fight in here to describe it. Like there's big crates that are just tossed onto the ground and smashed to bits. So you, Ash, if you wanted to roll investigate, and you, Callie, can roll program for me to fix this
Investigate
tape
for me?
recorder. Yep.
Program.
Great. That is
Yes,
mind
please.
is 2, investigate is 1, so that's just 1 die for me because of the -2 for my conditions.
Okay.
And it's not a 6.
Damn.
I'm getting 4 dies. I got 2 6s.
So you look around, it's just general muck and broken old shit from the 50s. You kick it with your foot a little, see if there's anything of interest. Not really. And you can go sit back down on one of these mattresses. Spring! Strains underneath all of you. Callie, you got 2 successes with program. Tell me, do you want to buy any extra benefits?
You get new or unexpected information.
Okay. You open the back of this thing and fiddle with like the motherboard on it a little bit. It's old, but this one is simple enough that you can figure it out. And then you turn it over, click the play button, and you all hear as it starts to play. You all huddle around and stay as quiet as you possibly can. You hear like a clink, clink, clink. You might intuit a pickaxe against stone. As Ash and Zoe, you saw this person in the cave. God save me! I can hear it in my head. I can't stop the bleeding. I can't stop. If anyone finds this, I swear it wasn't me. I didn't mean to do this. I swear I'm a good man. Oh, this bleeding. Oh, this bleeding. And then the clink, clink, clink of it. It's still in my head. It's still in my head. And you hear like the sound of a slump, as if someone has collapsed, and then the recording stops.
Shit.
He swears it wasn't him.
What did he mean in his head? You think something was making him kill?
So it goes further back then.
Yeah, I guess it does.
What are we gonna do?
Well, okay. Clearly the voice in this tape recorder is the person who was killing. And it was sentient. It knew what it was doing. It didn't want to do what it was doing. So I wonder if there's a way where we can make them sort of recognize that what they're doing is do you understand what I mean? So sorry. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't think
Baron
straight.
screamed when he fell down the shaft.
Oh God.
It didn't sound like it sounded like Baron.
No, that couldn't have been Baron.
But if there was like a moment,
It
if there's a
didn't
moment where there
It wasn't.
There wasn't a moment.
Couldn't have been.
I think Zoe's just kind of like
Staring off against the wall, yeah. Alone with your thoughts. This young boy who followed you on hikes every single morning, every single afternoon was always there, even though he was out of breath. And then just the scream as Ash kicked him down, maybe to his death, maybe to his second death. Who knows?
So there's a source that they're hearing in their heads.
Do you think it has something to do with the whirlpool?
It could.
It could be. So is there something in the water out there?
what if it's the island itself? The whirlpool surrounding the island, stopping people from getting off of it.
What did you find up there?
Some bones, the tape recorder, but the guy on the tape recorder long dead. No broken bones, weapon with him, lots of blood, a little bit of dripping water, and not much. Oh shit, the dripping water.
Do you think the source of the dripping might be it, or is it the dripping itself?
I think maybe, look, the water was all fucked up there earlier. Maybe it's got something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know any more than you guys, but maybe that's what was turning people into killers. Maybe they were mining and they dug really deep and they struck something they weren't supposed to. I don't know if that's how it works, but maybe they just mined too much and they hit something old and bad.
But if that was what he was digging to, maybe there was like more down here that he was trying to get. Like, even though he understood what was happening, maybe he wasn't in control of himself. Maybe there was more down here that he died before he could get to.
Think if we go down, we'll find it?
Maybe.
In the recorder, it sounds like he was trying to like pickaxe at something, right?
Yeah, like he was digging for something more.
Yeah.
And then he died before he could get it.
Well, maybe we find it and we find the source.
So you're saying that we should go back to where this miner was and find something around there?
Maybe, or there, or deeper in the mine, maybe? I don't know. But I just think it has something to do with whatever they uncovered down here.
I have to agree with that. It seems that whatever is causing all this has to be here somewhere.
What do you guys want to do? You're safe right now, but who knows how long that will last. So what decision do you make? Do you want to go to the tunnel of the skeleton and break through that wall? Do you want to descend further into the mines?
You know, I have a feeling that he's trying to dig for something there, like specifically there, like where he was hitting.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that there's like a water flowing out of there, and if it has anything to do with the whirlpool or with water, I think that that's like the place to go.
Okay, and if we don't find anything, then we can go deeper. Is everybody okay with this?
Sounds like
if
an
anyone
okay
wants
plan.
to just lock themselves in this room, I just want to put it out there that I wouldn't judge anyone for doing that.
I think we've gone so far at this point that I can't really see myself turning away from it.
Are you gonna be okay, Elise? You got pretty fucked up.
I can't get any worse than I already am, I don't think. I'll come with. I'd rather go with than stay here.
So, who wants to undo the lock and open the door and venture back into the darkness? Who's brave?
I'll be brave.
Okay, Elise.
I'll be brave.
Elise, injured but still here, gets up and can unlock the door, swing it out and open. Drip, drip, drip. You hear from far off in the mines, and the four of you venture out with lamplight once more to go to try break through that wall. And that's where we'll end this chapter.